Hello, I'm David from the 9 to 5 Club. Today I want to tell you that I love money and why it's okay to say it out loud. Being honest about money gives you more freedom, not less. For a long time, I wouldn't have written that sentence, I love money. It feels wrong, doesn't it? It's greedy, shallow, like you've just exposed yourself as a villain in a Netflix documentary. We are taught to complain about money, to worry about money, to pretend we don't care about money, but we are rarely taught how to have an honest, healthy relationship with it. This is my attempt. I love money, and I'm okay saying it out loud now. I love what money lets me do. Money lets me take care of my family without constantly worrying, buy back time so I'm not always at the mercy of my boss, say no to people and situations that go against my values, and believe me, this is massive. Invest in my health, learning, and friendships, and give more generously whenever I want. In other words, I love money because it supports the things that I love more: family, freedom, health, travel, growth, and being helpful to other people. I've heard and said all the lines. Money isn't everything. As long as we're happy, that's what matters. Rich people are miserable anyway. Some of that is true, right? Money is not everything. But here's what I've seen in my own life and in other people's lives. When you have no money, it's very hard to think about your dream. You are busy thinking about your bills. When you are always behind, your best ideas die because survival mode eats all of your energy. And when you are dependent on one job and one boss, you cannot be fully honest about who you are and what you want. You are too scared to lose your income. You are too scared to lose your job. Not caring about money doesn't make you dip. It just makes you more vulnerable to bad bosses, bad environments, bad deals, and bad habits because you can't afford to walk away. In a lot of cultures, especially working class immigrant ones, there's a script. Be grateful, don't get too big for your boots, people like us don't do that. If you start saying, I want to earn more, I want to invest, I want choices, then you risk making other people uncomfortable. You risk being accused of chasing. You risk being seen as a money obsessed type of person, so you learn to hide it. You still want it, you just stop talking about it. You pretend you're not bothered, you're not that type of person, you're just happy to get by. Inside, you are stressed, you're juggling, you're tired of counting down to the next payday. There's nothing noble about pretending you're fine when you're not. In my book, You're More Than Your 9 to 5, I call money my number one practical priority, not my number one value. Why? Because money is the tool that lets me live my deeper values at a higher level. Without money, everything else becomes harder: being present with my family, take a break when you need one, saying no to toxic work, helping people you want to help. Loving money in that way is not greed, it's maturity. So I have a few questions for you. If you want to go deeper, here are some questions. What did you hear about money growing up? When you say I don't care about money, why are you actually trying to protect your values or your comfort? If you had all the money you needed, what would change first in your ordinary week? What is one small, brave money decision you could make this month that your future self would be grateful for? And lastly, if you whispered, I love money and I want more of it to yourself, what feelings come up? Shame, excitement, fear, possibility? You don't have to post your answers anywhere, but you owe yourself the honesty. I'm not asking you to become obsessed with money. I'm asking you to stop lying to yourself about it. To say, if only in your own head for now, I love what money can do for my life and the people I care about. I'm willing to learn it, respect it, and use it on purpose. And then you make one small brave choice. Read a book about money instead of another scrolling session on social media. Maybe start a tiny automatic transfer to a savings account or maybe to pay debt, and learn one new thing about investing, whether that's property, stocks, any other vehicle that actually fit your life. You are not shallow for caring about money. You are smart for finally deciding to have a relationship with it.